everybody, welcome to my channel, and you can see all the futures are already going green, and there is a ceasefire going between Iran and Israel, and market liking that, and they're opening on a gap up today. So you can see S&P 500, triple Qs, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, Russell, all will be opening on a gap up along with major stocks. So I would be expecting a pullback at the market open. So let's see in 40 minutes from now how things change, if any. But it looks like if they open here, it will be a good time to buy some put options for a gap fill on a lot of these stocks. We'll review it. So let's see where the levels are here. Also, you can see Nasdaq right now hovering near sell zone, red zone here. So this is not the level where you want to be buying. You want to wait for it to either come to neutral zone. You can see here yesterday futures came below neutral zone, did not touch the green buy zone, but this is where you would be starting to look to buy, and then it's bouncing from there. All right, and now this is not the area you want to be buying. You can see time and time again, whenever we are in the red area, you want to sell, and whenever in the green area, you want to be buying. So usually the times to buy are when we are in green bands here. All right, so let's see if we can, if you're in profit, guys, look to take profits early on as market open in this red zone. On Nasdaq, you can see S&P 500, same thing here in red zone here. So you should be looking to take profit at the market open. Bitcoin is consolidating, but still after a nice pump yesterday, just consolidating in the nice sell area here. You should be also looking to take profit. You can see yesterday also Bitcoin came to buy zone and bounce. Here it was in the buy zone and it bounced. So this is not the area you want to be buying. Okay, you want to wait for it to come back down to the green area to buy back again Bitcoin here. So let's look at daily chart and look at other stocks. Guys, hit the like button. I would really appreciate that. And only takes 1 second to hit thumbs up button. This is cycle chart. SPX looking for a cycle bottom. We were in the window and then it's bouncing right now. So let's see. It is quite possible it will actually, let's go to futures now because it is going higher and very close to previous high. And if I look at SPY, this has dividends, so it will not show the real. So it's already above this previous gap. And the top gap is around 612, which is somewhere here. And let's see if I can see that on SPX. Here you go. So the top gap is here. So SPX might want to fill that gap. So from where it closed, 6025 to that gap is about 1.81%. So we could expect a rally here around 1.8% to touch previous all-time high, and that's quite possible. They could fill the gap, and then maybe they can come back later to start filling the bottom gap. So keep that in mind and plan accordingly. All right. And in terms of gaps, again, same story on SPY. Let's look at Nasdaq. You can see Nasdaq also opening on a gap up here. You can see on a daily chart, big gap up. So at market open, look for them to fill this gap. Market to go a little down and then fill it fully and then do a reversal to go higher. It's not advisable to buy at the market open. Okay, so look for some weakness to fill some of these gaps before you take a step to buy. This is live market Nasdaq. You can see already futures are near previous all-time high. Just touched it slightly, so they could still blast off, but more likely they will come back, give chance to a lot of people who are on the sideline to buy, and then before it goes higher. That's on this. Bitcoin is a nice recovery yesterday. You can see nice recovery candle, a buy setup here, and closed above slightly on top of 20 moving average. So it really needs to close above all moving average to be very bullish again. And Bitcoin is, it was holding this yellow line support nicely, and then it broke down slightly, but then again recovered right away. So this is a very good sign. In the long term, it could be, you can see, could be a flagging pattern or inverse head and shoulder. You can see inverse head and shoulder, probably going to go high. And the target could be, if this pattern plays out, from bottom to head. And when the breakout happens, it's probably going to 133, 134K here. All right. So that's what I'm looking for on Bitcoin. Let me go back to auto chart. Ethereum, again, below this blue line, as long as it's below this blue line, it's going to put some negative pressure on Ethereum. So we'll keep an eye on this and see when they can close above that, uh, and then trade accordingly. It will trade mostly with Bitcoin. In terms of stock, Tesla had a breakout yesterday. You can see nice breakout candle after robotaxi event. Now next resistance is here around 360s area. All right, so you can see a lot of time we came here, and then we broke down here. So we could go higher definitely, but some resistance. But eventually, maybe it will stay here for a little bit, and then it's eventually going to break out. And the targets are 402 and 388 from 8.86. If you can just hold, do not need to worry and not look at stock, then it's going 12% and then 15% higher. All right, so keep that in mind. What else is going? Apple is up pre-market 1%, opening on a gap up again, but it's right in front of resistance. So again, I think market is going to start to slow down a bit at the market open. So keep that in mind. Netflix already at all-time high, and Google was down. Google could be a good buy in my opinion, bouncing from a 10 moving average. So let's see if it can recover. nvda also looking for a new high. avgo is up for some reason, already opening on this gap fill. So you can see how these gaps usually get filled. So again, at market open, they could try to sell it off to fill this gap. So markets are really setting up for if you bought it yesterday, looking for taking your profits right away. Oil, okay, so which stocks to buy? Oil is now back in this buy zone. I mean, not buy zone, support. You can see broke out, nice breakout. And if you watch my video, I was saying this could be high, this could be lower high, and then we are going lower. And this is where it should find support. This is a multi-year support. You can see since 2021, and it's acting as support. So oil should consolidate here, and then find support. Cannot just straight break down. So could be a good day to start buying some oil miners, in my opinion. Natural gas is also trying for this gap fill here. Gold is down 2%. Finally, it's done, but still it's holding this previous low here. So if gold breaks below that, then probably it's going to come back down to this 2700 area. So that's the area you want to be buying gold. Silver is also flagging on top of all moving averages, so looking solid there. Dollar is weak again, got rejected. It's interesting. Usually dollar and gold goes opposite. This time dollar is falling, gold is also falling. Very interesting. Gold miners are selling off. Probably gonna start filling some of these gaps. And other commodities, wheat is looking pretty interesting. Sorry, sugar. It's in the buy zone here. So I will be probably starting to take a look at these commodities. You can see wheat is now back testing this blue line. Corn is also going lower. And then copper is holding still. In terms of stock, oh my God, AMD is already again up 3%, looking solid. Looks like it wants to fill this gap around 137. Shopify is also looks like it wants to go fill this gap at 114. What else is interesting? MicroStrategy is also looks like it's opening on a gap up and still above all moving averages. So let's see if it can break out here. UNH could be a good buy, below moving averages, but just consolidating, forming a base, breaking time for these moving averages to catch up. CNQ, biggest oil Canadian miner, backing test, perfect 9 count sell signal. I told my subscribers to sell, came back to this moving averages to find support here. Could be a good area to buy for the bounce. I don't see anything else so interesting, guys. And VIX is here, and you can see VIX is trying to crush. Okay, so it's already at this gap fill at 18. It can start crushing to fill some of this gap at $14 as well. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, guys, that's it for today. If there's any particular stocks you want me to review, put a comment. And if you want to know more about this indicator, my buy and sell levels, then subscribe. There's a join button in the bottom left. Subscribe and let me know your user ID, and I will add you to member section where I share levels for the stocks I buy, and it will be very helpful for you. Okay, bye.